C.Burr Arts Public Library has now been open at this location in this beautiful building for 10 years. In the past 10 years, we've seen a lot of changes as far as the collection and our products and services, and we've also seen the enormous impact that the library has had on downtown Frederick. Today we're going to talk a little bit to some folks who can tell us about the impact the library has had on the public.
Well, when I came here a little over 14 years ago, we kind of were the only institution along Carroll Creek. It was a lovely concrete runway. I mean, there was nothing there. And when we went out there and we expanded our library, we actually put grass out on the creek area, it created a totally different environment. I think people actually started to see the potential of what could be rather than what was. Once that started, and I will claim this, it just took off. Offices went in, restaurants, condominiums, a park. It just, all this had been planned. We weren't the first one to plan it, but we seemed to be the impetus for really moving it along. And now, we're just part of this very exciting Carroll Creek Linear Park.
The library has been a big part of the redevelopment of downtown. And in 2002, we gave an award to the library for being the Economic Development Project of the Year, because well before we began the construction on Carroll Creek Park, and even before some of the new restaurants came into downtown and things like that, the library made a decision to rebuild, expand, and orient itself to Carroll Creek Park. And since then, the sky has been the limit. We've had more restaurants coming, we've had more businesses up and down the creek, we've had 4 new buildings built since the library constructed its building. So it's really been a big part of the economic revitalization of downtown Frederick.
Downtown Frederick has seen incredible growth in the past 10 years. We've seen a lot of increase in the number of merchants that we have, and the amount of people who are coming to downtown Frederick, and just overall vibrancy and the amount of activity in downtown, more events, more things to do. And I think the library is a big part of that. As we celebrate their 10 years, we can think of today almost 1,000 people coming into downtown Frederick just to see the library, and we know when they're coming to the library, they're also coming to see other things in downtown Frederick. They're coming to have lunch, they're coming to shop at the restaurant, or shop at a store, they're coming to experience all that downtown Frederick has to offer, and the library is what attracted them here. It's a great addition to our downtown.
Well, the changes that have occurred are, besides the physical building has gotten bigger, is what we actually present to the public. There's so much more we can give people, more space to learn, more space to study, but more importantly, the technology is here now that wasn't here 10 years ago. People come in with their laptops and use our Wi-Fi and connect to their job place, and so they're telecommuting. We see kids doing their homework, except they're not going to the reference department. They're going to the computer station and looking at online and finding those same sources you used to find in books. Now they're finding it online.
People come here on a daily basis to check out a book and take advantage of downtown, but the library also presents events as well as hosts numerous events. And we know that when people are coming to the library to enjoy an event, it's very rare that they just stay at the library. They head out and they enjoy the rest of downtown. And even if it's only just driving through or walking through on their way to or from the event, they get to see some of the great offerings that we have here. It's an attraction and can bring them back again and again. Beyond that, kind of on the educational side, there's a great business resource center here at the library, and it provides a lot of resources to our business community. Research can be expensive. That data if you had to get it on your own, would be expensive to acquire. I work with a lot of independent folks who don't have the advantage of a large corporation behind them, and it's great to have those resources available largely for free right here at the library.
The library is a an element of the community that provides quality of life. The ability for people, for instance, that want to learn and understand something new, they come to the library. That could be anybody from an entrepreneur wanting to start a new business to an amateur beekeeper. They come here to get information and resources, and that ultimately is an element of the community that it's hard to maybe quantify, but when businesses and organizations are looking to invest in the community, the library is one of the elements that helps make the decision for them that this is a quality community to invest in.
We were dedicating our facility, and we had quietly made arrangements with a fireworks company to set off fireworks downtown to celebrate the opening of their brand new library. And we had all the VIPs out on the roof terrace, and they're all mingling and talking, and all of a sudden the whole sky explodes. And they were very startled. The mayor turned to me and said, "What in heaven's name are you doing?" And I smiled and said, "We got permission from the police department." And so that sense of surprise that we started with, we've continued ever since.
My family comes to the library every week, and I have 3 boys, and I can distinctly remember sitting in the children's literature area downstairs in the beanbags reading one of the Dr. Seuss books to one of my kids. But they come and they're so interested in reading, and they love to come here and pick out their books and take them home. And now even my 12-year-old is able to come on his own. He'll ride his bike down to the library to pick up his own books. So I love, and have wonderful memories of using the library with my family.
From my family side, my daughter, who's almost 2, has participated in the Babies with Books program and really enjoyed it, and so much so that became a part of her first birthday celebration. We kind of took advantage of the librarians here and used them as a part of celebrating her birthday.
Looking forward for the next 10 years, I hope that the library stays on the cutting edge of what's out there and available for the population in terms of, resources, content, media. All those different things are so important. And as I mentioned earlier, the quality of life part of that and the ability to help attract businesses to the community. They're looking for places where their families can grow and thrive, and where they can retain workforce, and having a good public library system is so important in that, and this facility is so important. But staying right on the cutting edge and having the best resources out there for the next 10 years, I think is where I'd like to see it go.
10 years ago, this was a radical change, this building. It was new, it was innovative, it was really fresh. In 10 years, things have changed. Technology has exploded on us. The demographic makeup of our community has changed. The businesses of downtown and offices and services have changed. So we're in the process of changing us to fit in more to our community who we serve. I see this building not as a stagnant building of bricks and mortar and steel and wood, but as an organic, growing environment. We will change as long as the needs of our community change. We adjust to what they need and serve them the best way we can. So maybe while the shape stays the same, the inside will always be evolving. You're always going to see something new because there's always something new.
Thanks for your support over the past 10 years, and we look forward to seeing you down here at the library.